Welcome back to Berm Peak. I'm Seth, and today we're going to be doing something a little different, but kind of the same because we're actually going to be revisiting two products that we took a look at last year. I would have done this a little bit earlier, but I had an injury and I was off the bike for a while, and I wanted to get some time on these products. And of course, I'm talking about the Fooker pedals and the outrageously expensive $90 Rev Grips. Now, I'm gonna start with the Fooker pedals, and the whole concept with those is they look exactly like the race face Chesters. Every single thing about it looks like they copied the mold, and I don't think that's cool. They're also less than half the price of Race Face's Chester pedals, and so I wanted to see whether they were as good inside and out. Now, they looked and felt so similar that I decided to put one on the right side of my bike, the Fooker, and then the Chester on the other side. Ride them for an identical period of time through the identical terrain and see how they both held up. So let's check out the race face pedal first. For starters, I see a little bit of dirt on the other side of the seal, nothing really to be concerned about. The rest of the grease looks pretty good, and I don't see any dirt ingress. The whole axis looks good, save for that little bit of grime on the other side of the seal. I did a fair bit of strikes, and this held up well. So on to the Fooker. I would say a little more dirt got into the Fooker for sure on the actual axis of the pedal. And I think we can owe that to the fact that the dust seal isn't really attached that well. It just kind of moves around. Whereas Race Face has a really tight seal over here. The rubber really fits down. This is a little more brittle. It doesn't have as much of a formed shape. Now, as I pull the axis out, you can see there's grime over here. There's a little like pine needly looking thing over here. It definitely got in. Now, is it anything that you should worry about on a $20 pedal? No, definitely not. I mean, this isn't gonna really affect the way that the pedal works. Now, I don't like this reality. I don't like that this pedal is pretty much almost as good, but it is. I'd say for 20 bucks, it's a really good value. Now, should you buy it? I don't know, that's up to you. It just pisses me off a little bit that you do all the work to create something somebody's gonna swoop in and make it with none of the R&D costs. So I'm probably gonna hang these pedals up somewhere at the Berm Peak Ranger Station. This is one of my primary bikes. I just wanna put my favorite set of pedals on it, and so that's what I'm gonna do. Let's move on to the Rev Grips and see how they held up. Okay, so the $90 Rev Grips. These are grips that when you grab onto them, they actually move a little bit. There are actually these rings you could install to adjust how much they would move back and forth while you're riding them, and I have them on the firm setting because I'm not sure how I feel about grips moving. Now, these had spectacular reviews. There was not one review that said, hey, I just spent $90 on these and they're no better than a $35 set of grips. Nobody said that. Everybody said, these are amazing, these are my favorite grips. And so I said, all right, we have to try them. I gotta say, they are of really, really good quality. I've used them with gloves, without gloves. I've ridden them in Sedona. After the pandemic hit and we were stuck here, I took them all the crazy features on Berm Peak. I've ridden single track with them. I've gotten a good enough feeling for them to really grow to like them. Honestly, I don't want to take them off my bike. You know, on a hardtail, you're looking for any sort of relief you can get, especially when you're in technical terrain, chunky terrain, and the bike is sort of beating you up. And these do make it a little bit of a softer ride. Now, would I have bought them in the first place if I had to spend $90 on them? Well, I did, but it was for a review video. If I had to, because I was just a normal mountain biker, I don't know whether I like them that much more than, let's say, a good quality $40 set of grips, a set of ergon grips. So it's worth noting that if you wear out the rubber part of these grips, I think it's 20, 25 bucks, you can get a replacement kit for them. And so in the long term, they're about as costly as any other grip. But for starters, you do indeed have to pay $90 for a set of these Rev Grips. On top of that, these were not that easy to install. It was kind of tricky, actually. There was a learning curve. Pretty much any other grip on the market just slides on and clamps down. And furthermore, if you install them improperly, if you mess up the installation, they can actually be dangerous. When we first installed these, Kevin went off a jump and one of the grips pretty much exploded. Like the tuning washers started coming out and the grip started moving. Now, in the last year of me riding this bike, I have not had these grips move one bit. I have not had one problem with them, but it's worth noting that if you mess up the installation, they can move on you. Final word, I really love the Rev Grips. I'm gonna keep using them, but I would only recommend them to you if you're having problems with your hands, having problems with arm pump, and you've tried everything and you're willing to spend $90 for a possible cure. So that's the long-term review on the Fooker pedals and the Rev Grips, but that's not all we're gonna do today. I have a few products that have been sent to me and we're gonna review them, go over them, and I'll tell you what I think. First are the Magnesium shorts, and these are not shorts that you like ride around in. This is a chamois. You put this underneath your shorts and it's got padding inside of it. Let's examine them a little bit closer. So there are a few things about these shorts that make them game changer, and one of them is the ABR compartment, and that stands for anti-ball rub. I think it's anti-ball rub. Basically what it is it's a special compartment within the shorts that expands so that your stuff doesn't get... Did I mention these shorts are designed for males? So upon looking at these, the pad is very nice, it's very good quality, it should be, these shorts are expensive. The ABR compartment is very well designed. It's like, kind of excited to try these actually. I'll spare you the visual. These are slightly big on me. I got a medium, but the ABR compartment it's pretty nice. Oscar, what do you think? All right, so we can see now, shorts are on, they're very comfortable, and down here, there's actually a little pocket, and ooh, the pocket goes upwards. Oh, that's smart. Your phone goes up in here, and then locks into place, and now, I don't even feel that, because it's on the straight part of my leg. When it's in your pocket, it's kind of hitting into your hip a little bit. When it's right here, you literally don't even feel your phone. I want to try the water bottle. So there's a little pocket back here. That wouldn't be very uncomfortable to ride with. It's certainly not as uncomfortable as a hip pack. I haven't even sat on my bike yet, and I can tell you this is kind of a game changer. I am so comfortable right now. So what I'm gonna do is take this around Berm Peak, sit down on the bike, feel them out, and give you sort of the final word on them. All right, Oski. Yeah, I gotta say, I just shredded Berm Peak, pedal up to the top. It's super hot and super muggy outside right now, so I'm already sweating. And I didn't really think about these shorts once. I have a full water bottle like jammed into my crack, my cell phone against my leg, and I totally don't notice it. Beyond the functionality of these shorts, it's a comfort thing. And if it was only for comfort, these would be my new shorts of choice. So I'm gonna do a long-term test and see how they hold up. I'm gonna get ones that are exactly my size, and I'm gonna rock them for a bit. I think these are gonna be my primary mountain bike shorts. And to be honest, if I had to use my old chamois for a ride, I think I would be a little bit bummed out about it, to be perfectly honest. These are better. All right. So now that I'm all sweaty, next product, the Smirt cargo bottle. It's actually spelled Smirt. I guess they're trying to say like smart or something. It's another cargo bottle. I reviewed one of these very recently, and this one has kind of thick plastic. I didn't really like it too much. It was awkward. I think I actually like this one a lot better because it's simpler. You unscrew this, here's your cargo, nice sturdy case, and here is your hydration. Now, I don't think this holds any more water than this, but one of the things that I found interesting is both of these are bigger than normal water bottles. So here we have just a standard size water bottle, and this is about as big as I see them get. And of course, what makes it a bike water bottle is the fact that it has this little indent here so that it stays in the cage. And this one is bigger. And so if we were to drill out the bottom of this cargo bottle so that the whole thing could be a water compartment, we would effectively have a bigger bike water bottle than what you can get at the store. It would hold just a little bit more water. And so I'm gonna do that right now and see if it works. All right, so the seal is money. It is not leaking anywhere. If you unscrewed this, it'd be a catastrophe, but yeah, so far so good. And I got exactly what I wanted, a bigger water bottle. I mean, this thing is massive. So my official review is, this is a great cargo bottle. It makes sense, it's sturdier, it's better built than some of the other ones I've seen, but I'm more interested in just drilling a hole in it and keeping a whole bunch of water in it, because now I can just ride that much further without a big uncomfortable backpack making me sweaty. Yeah, anything I can do to optimize the comfort of my ride, I'm gonna do. And the Smirt bottle will do that if you drill a hole in the bottom of it and make it a big water bottle. So the next product is actually from a viewer, Josh from Newfoundland, Canada. I'm a 17-year-old entrepreneur who funds my passion for mountain bike through my small business, Pro Bike 3D. Now what Josh does is he creates custom chin mounts for different full face helmets, and he sent me one for the Fox Pro frame. Now, I already butchered my Pro frame attaching a chin mount, and so I have a brand new one right here. It was getting grody anyway, and so, whoa, wow, that fits like really good. I gotta be really honest, the 3D printing thing, I get a lot of 3D printed stuff and a lot of it just falls apart and is garbage. This is a sturdy little piece. It's a very high quality 3D printed piece. And I don't say that very often. And so we're gonna test it kind of brutally. I'm gonna put the biggest, heaviest GoPro I have, which is my GoPro Fusion 360 cam. Wow, this is literally, in terms of looks, in terms of sturdiness, I think this is as good as it gets, honestly. Yeah, let's give it a shot. Ooh, first time doing that since the injury. It is secure. I mean, it really feels good. There's not much to say about it. It's the cleanest GoPro mount that I have seen for helmets. There's the Moto Rads mount, there's DIY solutions that tons of people have come up with. This is the cleanest one, but of course you have to order it custom for your helmet. Now, he didn't provide any information as to where we can order these, but I'll take a look and see if I can put it in the description. This is really sweet. So the next product is from our friends at Helmetor, and it's called the Trailblazer. It's endorsed by Sam Pilgrim. It's got his signature here. I like Sam Pilgrim, and so definitely want to try it. It is a trail tool, more like a McLeod than anything else, but I think the claim to fame on this is that it's curved upwards on the teeth. Now, included with this is some hardware, and then you can put your own handle on it. I have a handle right here, and so we're going to install it. All right, I think we're gonna have to just shave this down a little bit.
Oh yeah, now we're talking.
I'd feel a whole lot better putting through bolts through here, but I don't have any. We'll just put a couple screws in and we'll take it out to the trail. Definitely needs to be sharpened, but I'm still able to get through the roots. See that root, it just went right through that root. It's surprisingly lightweight. And now we have this scooper here. Have to get this off the gravel road. That feels good. It doesn't catch on the gravel or anything. It kind of floats right over it. I kind of like this. I want to sharpen it. Now we have a little more of an edge on it. The stainless steel is no joke. You really got to push into it to get it to sharpen. Let's give it a try. Oh yeah, way easier. I really like the weight of it. All right, that root, boom. Yeah, I gotta say, I think I'm gonna give this an honest try. I think we can put it to work out on the trails. I really like how the bottom is so smooth and flat. It's really good for tamping. And the part that I decidedly like are the curved teeth. I really like how they don't really get caught on stuff, and so you can pull without sort of digging in. It just kind of skates right over the ground. It's really well thought out. I see why Sam Pilgrim put his stamp of approval on it. Looks really good. Let me put my name in there. So I hope you clicked for the Rev Grips and stayed for all the extra products. We had a lot of fun. I love reviewing weird products, and today, for a change, we had a bunch of really good ones. Friendly reminder, we have new, different, but kind of the same shirts on Cognitive MTB, along with retro gloves. We're actually gonna be releasing a lot of retro apparel, including jerseys and gloves and socks. So click the link below if you're interested, and thanks for riding with me today. I'll see you next time. Whoa, watch out, buddy.